Today I am matching my face with my shirt, which I think is incredible coordination. Makes me somewhat of a fashion maestro, if you will, or maybe just a sunblown bloke in an Italian restaurant tablecloth. Who knows? But what I want to talk about today is attitudes in recovery, and I want to just put it out there straight away that there is no nobility in recovery. Now let me just quantify this by saying, as everyone who has been with the channel a while knows, a short while ago I took a shorter than intended period of abstinence from alcohol. And in the build up to that and during that period, I watched quite a lot of videos on YouTube of people's sobriety diaries, people who had gone 30, 90 days sober, a year sober, whatever, and they recounted the experiences they had and the changes they felt in themselves, both physically and psychologically. And I still to this day get recommended all those sorts of videos on YouTube. And occasionally, while I'm working, I'll have something playing in the background and I'll click on them. One of the things that strikes me overwhelmingly with an awful lot, not all, but an awful lot of them, is a certain superiority complex, a certain smug fixation on how their recovery has led them to become such a better human being. And whilst there are certain benefits, I'm sure, from a sustained period of abstinence from alcohol and indeed from any addictive or harmful behaviour, I don't believe that it in any way makes you a superior or more worthy human being. So why am I talking about this? Well, I want to relate this to gambling addiction. Now that's obviously the epicenter of most of my videos' subject matter, and that's what I want to talk about today. Actually, what I will very quickly do is stop and say hi, hope you're keeping safe, hope you're keeping sane. As always, there will be a link to my Patreon in the description below. If you sign up there, that really helps support me, helps support the channel, helps me buy my wife even more bloody flowers to fill up the conservatory with. And yeah, anyone who chooses to support me in that way, I love you forever. But if you don't, if that's not your thing, then just like, subscribe and watch the YouTube videos, and that helps as well. So really appreciate it in whatever form you choose to continue to support the channel. So why would I say there is no nobility in recovery? Surely recovery is a good thing. Yes, absolutely, recovery is a great thing. And if you are a gambling addict, recovery is the best thing you can do for yourself personally. For yourself, for your future, for your aspirations, for your hopes and dreams, and for ultimately your productivity and your fulfillment. I get quite a lot of comments. I get quite a lot of people sharing their stories here on YouTube and over on Patreon, people telling me about their recovery journeys, people telling me about their lapses, their relapses, and it's brilliant. And I always love to hear people messaging me saying, Phil, this is my longest period of abstinence. I'm 30 days without gambling. I'm 6 months. I've gone 3 years, however long it might be. It might be 2 days. It might be 48 hours, 24 hours, whatever. People regaling me with tales of their recovery, telling me they've reached a certain landmark, the best thing they've done, the most time they've been without gambling. And it's fantastic, and I love hearing it. And I'm so pleased to be part of that journey with you. I'm also pleased to continue my own recovery journey. But I always say, and I really try and extend this point across, that I don't believe that I am on any kind of pedestal. I don't believe that I am on any form of high horse. After all, had I not been a terrible degenerate addict for probably half at least of my life, then I wouldn't have the experiences, the advice or the information to share with you. This is information, advice and experiences I have achieved through years of completely destroying my life and my character and wasting my time, wasting my money, breaking relationships, losing friends, separating from partners, losing jobs. All the harm, all the damage I've done is what's led me to the point I'm at now. And the reason I share this information is purely to help, for you to tell you what has helped me, what hasn't helped me, and to give you my experiences so you know that you are not alone. Recovery comes with its own huge array of benefits. Some smug self-satisfaction should not feature amongst them. That's one reason why there is no nobility in recovery. The second reason, of course, is because we have all been addicts. We've all been at that lowest point. Many people would go through their lives without that. And I'm sure many of you, if you are a gambling addict or a recovering addict, will have experienced the ever so helpful words that you either hear directly to you or you hear muttered behind your back whilst you're gambling. The smug, superior words of someone who's never suffered from that in their life. Oh, there's only one winner. It's a mugs game. Oh, I don't know how you can lose your money like that. That would destroy me. All that sort of thing. Disregarding, of course, that I'm sure these people are not perfect in every aspect of their lives. But yet somehow certain addictions people feel far more open and free to comment on. And gambling is just one of those things. It's a mugs game. It's banded around so freely, but yet you are calling someone who is suffering from a deep-seated mental health issue a mug, an idiot, someone who's wasting their life, wasting their money away, something that they actually know that they're doing but are unable to escape from. So when you get to be the other side of that fence, hopefully permanently, then don't become one of those people. Ensure that you are there to continue to support in the same way that I try to continue to support every single member that watches these videos. Ensure you're there to continue to support others. And that may not just be with gambling, that may be with other addictions, other problems, other compulsions that some of your friends or closest family members or whatever are suffering from. Be there to listen, to lend an ear, and relate your own experiences with theirs and help them on their journey. The other reason there should be no nobility in recovery is because we remain susceptible. Us as recovering addicts or current addicts are more susceptible than nearly anyone to lapses and to relapses. We are more susceptible to the urges that gambling presents to us than nearly any other person on this planet. So do not put yourself on a pedestal or onto a high horse from which you can so easily fall. I, on this, today will not gamble. And I will feel an element of success, of self-satisfaction, come the end of the day, should I make it through the day, another day without gambling. There is a personal reward, a personal satisfaction that you should not be projected onto others. What happens when you set yourself up on a pedestal? Something will come along and kick that pedestal away. And when you do, and you're at your lowest point, and you're broken, and you're beaten by the addiction again, because you've lapsed or you've relapsed, then you'll find that those people to whom you smugly asserted your superiority because you were clean and sober and clean living, they will be somewhat less inspired, somewhat less encouraged or enthused about supporting you in your next attempt at recovery. So if you are in the enviable position, if you are somewhere down the road of recovery and you are starting to see the benefits and you want to share those benefits with people, as I have done on this channel, okay, by all means, use it as motivation to encourage, to support, and help them through the early stages of recovery. But don't rub the benefit in their face. Don't plead any kind of superiority or somehow that you are an improved and enlightened human being because you no longer do X, Y, Z. You are just as fallible, just as human, just as susceptible to addiction, to depression, to any mental health issues, and to compulsions and urges as the next person. We are but human. We make mistakes, and sometimes we make mistakes multiple times. The only thing we can do is pick ourselves up, get all back onto the same wagon, and support ourselves on this journey. Stay safe, stay sane, have a great weekend, look after yourselves. Patreon link in the description below. Like I say, really appreciate anyone who signs up there. It really does help a lot. And I shall speak to you all soon. All the best.